Hello, sellers. Thank you for joining us at eBay Open 2023. Open is my favorite eBay event of the year. It's a chance to learn, get inspired, and make connections with thousands of other eBay sellers. Whether this is your first time at Open or you've been here for years, there's one thing I hope everyone takes away from this year's event. We're on a multi-year journey to transform eBay. We've started already by building trust at the foundation of everything we do and going category by category to enhance the buying and selling experience across eBay. If you've been to a recent seller check-in or other seller events, you've probably heard a lot about our strategy of focusing category by category to transform eBay. Motors, parts, and accessories, refurbished, trading cards, handbags, watches, jewelry, and sneakers. Today, I'm here to say our strategy is working. And even if you don't sell in one of those categories, I hope you come away from Open 2023 with a better understanding of why this strategy is working to benefit every seller on the site. So let's start by looking at what we've done so far. We started by launching Authenticity Guarantee, eBay's promise to buyers that what they see is authentic and exactly what arrives at their door. First, we began with luxury watches. Before Authenticity Guarantee, buyers told us they were nervous about buying a really expensive watch on eBay, and sellers said they were actually nervous about selling the same item. So we've solved the biggest issue. Is this watch authentic? By completely transforming the buyer experience and turning our biggest weakness into our biggest strength. And I'll tell you why it matters. One of the first Rolexes to come through our authentication facility, it actually arrived wrapped inside an unused diaper. Now, as a seller myself, I've been known to recycle packing materials and use whatever's handy around the house to pack up an item I've sold. But imagine yourself in the buyer's shoes. Sure, the Rolex was authentic, but what does it say about the eBay buying experience if an item you've paid thousands of dollars for arrives at your door in a diaper? Since launching Authenticity Guarantee, we've solved the biggest pain point for buyers and added more protections for sellers and transformed the entire experience. Now customers demand that their watches go through Authenticity Guarantee, and the experience of buying a watch is so much better. Buyers love it, and they know that eBay is protecting them on the sale, and sellers know they're protected on returns. And no more Rolexes and diapers. On top of that, we added new payment methods like split payments and wire transfer, so that now it's never been easier or simpler to get paid when you sell a high-value watch or any other high-value item on eBay. Protecting the buyer and the seller, making sure your items are legit and the experience is seamless is what Authenticity Guarantee is all about. But my favorite thing about authentication on eBay is the people who make it happen. In every category we're authenticating, there are teams of passionate people who inspect and verify every item that comes through our facilities. They're sneakerheads, handbag lovers, watch enthusiasts, and trading card collectors themselves. They're deeply knowledgeable about the categories that they authenticate in. And every day, they are putting that passion and knowledge to work to make sure that buyers are getting exactly what they see in your listings and that you're protected from bad buyer behavior on returns. To date, we've authenticated more than 7 million of your items globally, and we're continuing to scale our operations to more brands, more categories, and more markets around the globe. Next, let's look at motors, parts, and accessories, one of eBay's largest categories, where we've introduced game-changing experiences like Fitment Finder and launched Guaranteed Fit, which is our promise that the parts you buy on eBay will fit your ride or your money back. This year, we've gone big with marketing and invested millions in telling our story through the eBay Motors Let's Ride campaign and on TV, YouTube, and across social media. Our efforts are already paying off. The category is growing, buyers are happy, and best of all, I'm hearing from sellers how proud they are to see the eBay Motors name and logo out in the world. Next, in collectibles, another of eBay's largest categories, we're continuing to expand our Vault ecosystem of services. Last year, when we launched the Vault, almost right away, sellers started using it in ways we didn't anticipate. One of the first things we heard was, Vault's amazing, but why do I have to buy a card on eBay to send it into the Vault? I have a giant collection at home or in my hobby shop. Can I just ship the entire collection to you? And so this year, we introduced Vault submissions for trading cards. And one of the first Vault submissions was actually this Charizard card from a seller in Florida who's actually now using Vault for effectively fulfillment by eBay for his business. That's kind of amazing. Then this summer at the National, the country's largest gathering of sports memorabilia collectors, we launched in-person Vault submissions for the first time. It was so much fun to be there. There were collectors of all ages buying and trading cards, sellers from all across the country, and some amazing events powered by eBay Live. For me, this is eBay at its best, when we're connecting enthusiast buyers and sellers from all over the country and all over the world. And over the course of one weekend at the National, we added over $25 million worth of trading cards to the eBay Vault via in-person submissions. That is a lot of cards. It's a tremendous result, and it speaks to the opportunities and untapped demand that we can unlock when we get deeper into building services and experiences for a specific category like collectibles. In every category I've mentioned where we've invested in transforming the eBay experience with our focus category playbook, we're changing the trajectory of the business for the better and building a fundamentally different eBay experience. So how does it work? It starts with trust and a relentless focus on customer satisfaction. Buyers like knowing that eBay has their back no matter what, no fakes, no fraud, no doubt. And if something does go wrong, sellers like knowing that eBay will protect them against faulty returns and bad buyer behavior. And when buyers are happy, they buy more. And when they buy more, it means more sales for you. Happy buyers come back to the site to shop again and again. They buy more across more categories and more often. And they tell their friends about how great eBay is, which brings even more buyers to the site. And that flywheel effect drives the entire eBay ecosystem, meaning more happy buyers with things they love, more sales for sellers like you, and a healthy, growing business for eBay. Let's look at luxury handbags. Someone who buys a luxury handbag through Authenticity Guarantee and loves the experience tends to come back and buy another handbag or multiple handbags. They might also buy in pre-loved fashion. Then they might buy something for their home or for their ride. Their next purchase could be completely unrelated to their original purchase. But when we get someone to love the experience of buying on eBay, they keep coming back. And they spend more across more sellers, and they tell their friends of how great buying on eBay is. There's another benefit to this focus category approach. When we invest in building better experiences for a specific category, we're uncovering insights and learning things that help us make the entire experience better. Look at sneakers. This year at Open, you'll see some of the work we're doing to simplify the listing flow for sneakers. We built the new listing flow for sneakers specifically, but what we learned by making it easier to list a pair of sneakers, we're applying to listing in other categories on eBay. For example, trading cards and luxury watches. Here, we needed faster, simpler ways for sellers to get paid for high-priced items. We introduced new payments features like split payments and wire transfer. We built them for cards and sneakers, and now we're actually scaling them across other categories where sellers need simpler payment solutions. By narrowing our focus, we're raising the bar and applying our most impactful category-specific enhancements to benefit sellers in all categories. At the same time, we're continuing to make site-wide enhancements across search, seller, and buyer experience. You'll hear more about those during Open this week. Features like eBay International Shipping, larger and higher resolution images, improvements in search are just a few examples of things that immediately benefit all sellers when launched. Taken together, our category-by-category strategy and our investment in site-wide enhancements are transforming eBay for the future. Throughout this journey, I've heard from many of you about our decision to take a category-by-category approach. If you're not selling in one of our current focus categories, you might wonder, how is this really relevant for me right now? Well, this is definitely a journey, and there's always more work to be done. I'm excited that we're moving faster, and the overall results show our strategy is working. We are delighting our customers, transforming eBay's business and returning the company to long-term, sustainable growth. This is enabling us to fund investments, even more transformative, ambitious programs, and spend more on marketing to tell our story and bring more buyers to your stores. And it is still the early days. So far, our category-by-category approach covers just over 25% of what sells on eBay. There's still so much potential and so much opportunity ahead of us. And so I hope that you arrive at eBay Open this year with a better understanding of how our strategy is working for eBay and for you. Because when we win, you win. With our strategy we've implemented, it's happening. eBay's success has always been based on the success of sellers like you. Right now, there's amazing work happening to take a category-by-category approach and reimagine our marketplace for the next generation of eBay shoppers. It starts with trust at the foundation of every interaction and continuing to build the trust with you to ensure that we're meeting your needs and keeping you updated about changes that impact your business. Thank you for partnering with us, for joining us on this journey, and for everything you've done to make eBay a leader in e-commerce for nearly 30 years. As we kick off another great year at eBay Open, I also want to thank you for your time. I'm grateful that you chose to join us, and I hope you find something useful in this year's breakouts, keynotes, discussions, and networking sessions. And a special thank you also to the amazing sellers who contributed their time and talents to eBay Open content this year. We love your passion and are so grateful for you being part of this annual event. And finally, thank you for being you, for being part of this amazing network of entrepreneurs and enthusiasts, and for sharing your experience and wisdom with thousands of other sellers. And as always, thank you for selling on eBay.